I got the combine out today because I was working on my exhaust up top there, and I got off of it and I saw a damn squirrel run along top of the feeder house. So I decided today was the day I'm really gonna blow it off. So I spent the last hour and a half blowing just the inside of the rotor and the clean grain augers there and whatnot, just cleaning it all off. Because wow, that was bad in there. So got a lot of the shields off right now. I'm just running it. I don't have the feeder house running. I could, but there's your rotor there, flying away. I don't know what RPMs it's spinning at right now. I'd have to look at the monitor. But yeah, it's loud and idle. I don't know what's making that noise in the rear end here. But as soon as I rev it up just a little bit more above idle, it's fine. Yeah, this thing needed a good blowing off. It hasn't been blown. I don't know if it's ever been blown off. Oh, get in the dirty cab here. We'll rip her up a little more. See, it quiets out. I think that's fine. So we don't need to go full throttle. That's that. Oh, we'll get down here. Wow, this thing is dusty. Oh yeah. I don't want to run it too long because currently it has no coolant in it because it all leaks out because of a junk hose clamp, which I'll probably end up fixing since I have it right here. But since I'm right here too, I notice these chains are out of adjustment. They're not bad, but they're gonna get replaced because I should have those chains around here. That should be pretty simple to do, or at least take a link out of them. But I'm right here, I might as well just replace them, then I don't have to worry about them. That's for your unloading auger. A lot of these belts up here look pretty good too. They're all in fairly decent shape by the looks of it. So yeah, I need to get a screen for my hydraulic reservoir there yet, but that's kind of the least of my concerns. But I'm just glad I got this all cleaned out. I don't know where those damn squirrels were living, but the combine was parked there, and it came out and they ran up the ran up the rafters there. So that's that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I gotta take the side panel on the cab off and see what's going on inside the side of the cab, see if they're getting in there or not. But yeah, we'll go up top here. Yeah, look at all that dust. Blow everything around. Oh, I got all this blown up. Oh, we'll just come up here and open this up. I got all this blown out in here while I was in the shed a little while back. I got bored one day when it was cold out and I scraped all the coon crap out of there and whatnot. So that was a fun job. But so far I've changed the oil on it, serviced the engine, other than coolant filter, but I'm not worried about that. I got to get coolant to stay in it first. I still have to do one fuel filter that's on the side down there, the separator filter. And then I haven't greased it yet. I'll do that after I wash it. So yeah, that's that. Well, I got the 66 turbo pretty well wrapped up. I went around and I got all my LED lights put on the front. Even the two here, those are some specialty lights, but I found a guy that makes them. So I was really happy about that. Hook it off down here and take a look-see at it, why don't I? I didn't change the back ones, they already got LEDs. For the square LEDs though, they can get from like Farm and Fleet or wherever. So there she is. Running like a champ, looking like a champ. I had to put a new light switch in it too because there was a hell of a lot of corrosion internally on the old light switch, so I wasn't getting any voltage. Like I was getting like 2 volts with my lights. So I really came down to the conclusion that that's all it could have been. Because everything else is I either looked at or replaced. So yeah. Oh, we'll get back down again. I also tinkered with, you guys won't see too well, but I hooked up my quick attach pioneers again. I got 2 hoses made, and I got the bracketry hooked up, so that's all quick attach again, so that's nice. So yeah, she starts like a champ, she runs like a champ, and she's looking like a champ too. So, pretty cool. Well, I got the 560 running here tonight. Ronnie just tore off, he was here helping me get the fuel system primed. But she sounds healthy. Running nice and clear. She's not pressurizing the cooling system at all, so that's good. I can get my radiator cap back on there. There we go. I got one injector here that's running really cold. That one's at like 120 degrees, while the rest of them are like 160, 170. So yeah. Looking good, looking good. But I'm just gonna run it off the temp tonight. So then whenever I work on it next, I'll take that valve cover off, go through, retorque that bolt, tidy it up, and then I'll have to wait to get my parts for my cylinder so I can repack it. And then this tractor can get out here and get a good bath. So that's that. Alright, so we'll have to interrupt excuse the poor camera quality here because I got my phone. But we're gonna go do a test run with just a plow. I went through, greased it up. Really not much to look over on these. Made sure all my bearings are still tight, which they are for now. And I hooked up to the 856 turbo, and we'll see what it does. So let's head on up. I'm gonna go behind Ben's house. There's a 5-acre field that's covered with manure, so we're gonna work a little bit, see what it does, see how well the lights are. So let's hit the road. Alrighty, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me a little bit on this video clip here. At this time, up until recently, I got a new phone and I actually have decent audio now, so my phone kind of took a crap with the audio. So we're gonna go through, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing. So we're just plowing the 5 acres behind Ben's house, completely covered it in manure. This was the first workout with this tractor since I did the engine work on it. And I'm just going through and kind of making sure it's going to be good to go, making sure there's no leaks. I think there was an oil return from the turbo was leaking. Just loose hose clamp, tighten that up, whatever. But I'm running low fourth, plenty of power. I was running out of traction more than anything. But it ran great. Had a good time doing it too because I think that was my first time actually chisel plowing in an open station tractor, but evidently I got to go through and put some different rear lights on that tractor because those cheapos from Farm and Fleet just aren't cutting it. But anyway, cue the music now. Well, my phone's about to die. I don't have the best videos, but I'm gonna call it quits before I frickin' think I gotta do this whole 5 acres. But ground's working up nice. It's definitely ready to go underneath there. Yeah. Still making a little bit of a dirt ball. So still a little wet, but this ground's got manure on top of it, so yeah. But I'm gonna head her back. I'm gonna hook that chisel plow and park that tractor in the shed because I think we're supposed to get some snow tonight. But that itch has been scratched, so that's a plus. All for now. Alright, so back with audio problems again. I'm working on my backhoe here, and right now I'm pointing out that I got it in the shop area. I put a new carburetor on it, and I fired it up just to basically show that it ran, which it runs really good actually at this point in time. I haven't done anything with the engine other than curb work and filing the points, whatever. But it runs good. I took the backhoe, the boom off, the arm off, because the swing cylinder on the back of the machine, which we will get at here momentarily, started leaking real bad on me one day. The bolts worked loose and didn't realize it, and I let Dad run it, and it really started leaking. So it ended up tearing an O-ring inside that swing cylinder. So I had in order to make it easier, well, I think I had to if I remember correctly. It was in the instructions for the manual for removing that swing cylinder is to remove the backhoe arm, which I did. It wasn't too bad, just 2 pins and all the hoses. So did that, and that swing cylinder itself weighs probably a good 100 and some pounds, probably a good 100 pounds, I'd say, full of oil, because there's probably a good 2-3 gallons inside that swing cylinder itself. So anyway, I think that's right in here somewhere is where the audio starts coming back. And where I'm pointing at right now, there's a love joint there, and there's a metal piece that goes on the inside of that love joint that holds it together. I didn't realize I lost it at that time, so what I ended up doing is putting a zip tie around it to hold it together until I found that metal piece that goes on the inside to hold that love joint tight with the other one. So I'm just kind of talking about that. So there's the boom there, and I did say that I went through and I replaced all those hoses since I had it right there and it was easy to get to. And I kind of pointed out that this cylinder leaks a little bit and that cylinder leaks a little bit, so it wasn't too bad of a job to do. I did it all mostly by myself. I wish I had someone there to help me lift up that swing cylinder, because you'll see here shortly it is not very light. But yeah, after I did this work, I took it out, used it for quite a bit, and then I started having fuel tank issues, and I ended up having to pull the fuel tank off and do some more work with it because it wasn't getting good fuel flow. So either way, here we can kind of see the swing cylinder a little bit. Yeah, right there it is. That whole conglomeration there. I had to take the the valve assembly off and all that. It was not the most fun to get to, but once you got to it, it wasn't terrible. So anyway, I think the audio has come back already, so let's get back to that. For my fuel tank here, because evidently I went home one night last year when I was working on it and left them in my pocket. So anyway, and I want to switch it over from positive ground to or normal negative ground. So yeah, and I don't need to have that big of a battery. It's just what I had at the time, because the battery I had in here it was done, and I need to do something with that generator because it don't work. And no, that's the wiring for the lights in the hood, not for the generator. But the generator don't generate electricity, so it's time for an upgrade there. Maybe, possibly, we'll see. But one step at a time. We got to get her. Don't have to, but I want to get it going so I can use it since I got it. So anyway, that's all I got for an update now on this thing. I'll keep you guys updated on it though.